Hi, and welcome. My name is Jowo, and we're playing Roadwarden. It's something um, like text RPG or something like this, but with some visuals. We will see, like maybe visual novel or something like that. We marvel at the serenity of the forest and crave the truth of its silence. Okay. There's nothing we can do. Basic. Pixel matches the illustration. Easier to read. Yes, thank you. Yes, Steve support. Quotes. It's okay. New game. Everyone knows to stay away from the wilderness. Most people would never risk a lonely journey. Road wardens not only accept the struggle, they embrace it. They deliver messages, assist merchants, burn human corpses, and if possible, get rid of the beasts and highwaymen. They live on the road. They die young or retire early. It's a dangerous job, but a respectable one. And it pays well. Leave the safety of the city walls. Okay. Please select difficulty mode. This choice can be altered later on. Wait, restricted. For the returning wardens. Time limit. For those familiar with RPGs, for those focused on story, no time limit, more cash at the start. Some quests are more forgiving. Regular rule set, 30 days limit, increased nighttime damage. Okay, let's go with standard. Okay, the wall is still standing. There are no wolves around, no stench of blood, good signs. This should be the place you're looking for. You were supposed to meet with a group of soldiers, but you hear no voices, no sounds of labor. The gate is ajar, but the camp isn't safe. It may keep away the goblins and peddlers, but not beastfolk, nor trolls. And the night is near. Your palfrey breathes heavily. It had a long day. I could just look for another shelter. I need to look around cautiously. I dismount and sneak to the gate. Let's peek inside. I get off the horse and enter the camp briskly. I dismount and sneak to the gate. Let's peek inside. Take care of yourself. If you're hurt or exhausted, some actions won't be available to you. The weaker you are, the higher the chance you'll die in combat. You have a boots to hit the ground, and the pain of the long ride finally catches up to you. You stretch out, bringing your backs and legs come forward. All you want now is a table, a decent chair, a nice mug of beer, and some warm stew. Without any luck, your axe won't be needed here. I approach the gate slowly. Okay, if it's a military camp, it doesn't look the part. Look the part. Plenty of wasted space. The fire pit is cold. Two people are sitting at the table. Okay, tired and disheartened. They're looking in different directions, paying no attention to one another. One of them is holding a cup. At the moment you notice the quiet humming. You recognize the melody of a light-hearted drinking song from the city harbor. I need to look around cautiously. Let's go. The people inside the camp didn't even notice the clatter of hooves. The short, dry grasses barely cover the arid soil of this valley, but you're maybe a minute away from the edge of the sparse woods, which gets denser as they climb up the hills. At best, this trail has a few more years before getting overgrown for good. Hard to believe is the only route north. I could just look for another shelter. No, doesn't look much of a threat. I can enter. It takes them a few breaths to glance in your direction. The first person greets you with a wave of his hand. There are bags under his eyes. His beard is messy. Despite his simple shirt, he's wearing durable, decent boots. A mace with a head covered in iron hangs on his side, but he doesn't reach for it. I take a look at the second soul. Just like you, she's wearing a gambeson. But here, gambeson. but hers is a bit loose, as if she took it off a corpse. Her head is shaven, as if she's protecting herself from flesh-eating bugs. Her eyes are wary, yet kind. She smiles. Considering the squad was sent here half a year ago, these two surely look the part. Though there should be more of them. 8, you believe. I'll let them speak first. It's nice to see you unarmed, a traveler in this godforsaken crap hole. Makes me just a tiny bit hopeful. The birdman's voice is strong, yet timid. You'll be staying the night with us, I guess. We're soldiers, he and I, adds the armored woman. Her moment switches from half-sleep to relax. We'll do our best to keep the camp safe, but if you were to take the first watch, it would be a huge help. Travelers out to help each other, wouldn't you say? You think for a moment to fully rest you'd need a good sleep. Sure, leave it to me. Fantastic, she rubs her hands together. I remember the last time I had more than half a night of sleep. The hours before midnight should be the calmest. Just wake us up if anything happens. The man flashes you a wide smile. It's easy to wake us up, just yell. He drinks from his mug. I ask them about their lieutenant. You wonder how to phrase your question. Whenever you meet new people, you can influence how they perceive you by selecting one of the attitudes. Vulnerable, be sad, tired, afraid, or hopeless. Intimidating, okay, hint at a threat. Distanced, hide your emotions. Playful, use joke or witty comment. Friendly, be supportive and cordial. Let's go with friendly. I was hoping to meet with your lieutenant. Could we talk for a bit? The woman lets out a loud sigh, dusts off her gambeson, and steps toward you. She pays little attention to the sword at her side. We most definitely can, you and I, though holding this rank is still somewhat new to me. Are you a messenger? Did you lose your mount? She observes you with curiosity, or are you looking for help? I'm your new Roadwarden. My horse is waiting outside. Really? The soldier in the shirt leans forward. That explains how you got here in one piece, all by yourself. Better bring your beast here, adds the lieutenant. We have no hay, but I bet it dreams of dropping its saddle. A long pause. I'm Tulia, by the way. She reached out her hand. I shook. It may be a trap. I gestured for her to stop pretending to be embarrassed. I should go wash myself first. I shake my head. Leto? Yeah. Okay. I'm Joel. Confirm. Her grasp is confident. The shake is slight. Just keep your horse away from the tents. She steps away. We don't need to smell its dung. Okay. There's this one's issue. The soldier in the shirt also rises to his feet. We have no tent to spare. You have to use a blanket or something. No problem. Enjoy observing the stars. You walk through the gate. Your mount looks around and snorts anxiously. Wait, if there was 8 people, and there's only 2 right now, why they don't have a spare tent? How many humans could ride a horse? It's not only taller than you, but also bulky, as heavy as it is strong. You can't get in the saddle within a single breath, but most people wouldn't know where to even begin. From every side, it's a wall of flesh. Horses were brought to the Dragonwoods from the conquests in the south. They can trot for a long time, but won't outrun some of the local monsters. Your palfrey, where was I? Your palfrey needs you to survive, but without it, you too would be lost. It's my only companion here. I want to feel it to feel at ease. It's my only companion here. Yeah. It takes a few steps toward you, scolding you with another snort. You scratch the bottom of its neck with strength and confidence, just the way it likes it. Okay. Humans are useful animals and even pets as monsters in disguise. Getting emotionally attached to them is believed to lead humans to their doom. But you know that horses need companionship. I speak to it gently and lead it to the camp. You end up next to the fire pit. Removing the saddle makes this horse nicker with relief. You take a couple of minutes to examine its back, just in case. While the riding equipment is not that heavy for such a strong animal, with enough time it starts to chafe. You wish it had something better to eat than this shabby grass. You should look for an inn. I need to unpack. So, you haven't brought that many things, and you lost one of the sacks while fleeing the Crimson Corps Eaters. Worst of all, you have no rope left, but maybe the soldiers could share one. Shouldn't cost more than a dragon bone. Aside from the travel set, you own a few valuable possessions, essential for your trade. Fighter. I spend my saving on decent combat equipment. I have a fine gambizon and an axe made of steel and a reliable crossbow with quarrels. Mage. I have talismans that help me use my powers, as well as an iron axe and a worn gambizon. Whoa, fine gambizon. Scholar. Oh, I want to... Yes, please. I carry written instruments and the alchemical ingredients, as well as an iron axe. Axe made of steel. Healing potion. Oh. Let's go. As a fighter, you'll have an easier time in physical challenges, thanks to your superior equipment and hidden bonuses during dice rolls. You'll be physically more capable than the other classes, what opens unique opportunities during some social interactions. It's the best class for RPG beginners. The fighter's weakness is their reliance on physical strength. Your special abilities won't be available to you if your vitality points drop to 0. The mage uses pneuma, a versatile but limited pool of energy points that can be spent to cast a few humble spells. Magic won't protect you better than a sharp axe, but as a mage you'll be able to heal faster while resting. Detect magic in a mysterious area, distract a beast with a simple trick, and find a common tongue with other magic users. Using the mage's power too freely will result in having no pneuma left when you need it the most. A scholar. Will you know more about the world's mysteries than you? The scholar will know. Okay. Helping you take advantage of some unusual situations. Your character will impress locals with its knowledge, and you'll be able to read the sparse, written clues without anyone's assistance. Scholars struggle with combat more than the other classes, but with enough carefulness and exploration, you gain access to alchemical mixtures that will help you escape from many dangerous situations. Okay, I think that Scholar is mostly difficult one to play. So I will use either Fighter or Mage. I think that it's usual that if I am alone, it's better to be a Fighter. But on the other hand, the Mage... Let's try Mage. I pick Mage. Oh, Warden. Taking hits will damage your armor. You can then fix it in various settlements. Okay. 15 minutes before dusk. Okay. Open your inventory. Supplies, food rations, merchandise, a pouch with coins, a gambizon, magical amulet, a travel set, simple battle axe. Okay. You unpack and inspect your belongings. Your water skin isn't pierced. Where is my water skin? The spare clothes are still here, just in case. You take a look at your wooden bowl and mug, your cape, tinderbox, bandages, food rations, knife. Nothing special or too cumbersome. From time to time, your routine helps you avoid mistakes, but this doesn't make it any more exciting. You return to the soldier. They're at the table again, observing your beast and chatting between themselves. Your stomach rolls at the sight of them eating out of wooden bowls. One more bowl was put at the previously unused end of the table. You can sit down on a tree log. I join them and take a look at the meal. I thank them for the meal, but I don't want to eat with them. I sit down and ask Tulia what she can tell me about this area. No. Okay, we will eat. Keeping your stomach full will make you stronger. Starvation won't allow you to restore vitality while resting. You can find your supplies in the inventory. Thank you. It's called gruel, the meal eaten in times of hardship. The specific bowl is filled with water, hog millet, some strange-looking cereals, and blueberries. Welcoming you with a meal, even a humble one, is beyond their duty. Soldiers live with and for their companions, constantly on the move from the one part of the realm to another, making sacrifices to protect their group as they face dozens of hideous creatures. Their lives are filled with discipline, hardship, and camaraderie. Roadwardens, on the other hand, learn how to work by themselves. They seldom engage in open combat, patrolling the same roads for years. They help the settlement stay in touch, but also maintain commerce, settle down, forge friendships when there are no laws to follow. They use their own judgment. Different responsibilities, different lifestyle. I eat quickly, not focusing on the taste, then speak with Tulia. Ooh, nice. She focused and chose her words carefully. She looks away only when she gathers her thoughts. Wait. I'm afraid I can tell you less than I would like to, and less than I should. She nods toward the other soldier. As you can see, there's not a lot of us left. At the beginning of summer there were 8 of us, including our previous lieutenant. 5 are dead and 1 has run away in tears. We're also stranger in this land, as her companion. Any piece of information may help me do my job. The man leans forward, his legs shake nervously. He sounds like a kid asking a bard to sing one more story, tell a joke, or do a magic trick, whatever it takes to escape from boredom. His untrimmed beard hides his much younger face than you originally thought. What did the official tell you? Expect not that much, no soul govern these lands. Okay, I share what I consider to be relevant. You tell the soldiers how little guidance you received. Since this area is too far away from Havlaman to keep it under control, you were warned that it's untamed and unknown. Who knows how many villages, bandits, or monsters may be found in these unmapped hills and forests. From time to time, new people come here to look for boundless opportunities. Most of them never return. Do they turn into walking corpses or find what they're looking for? Nasok could tell me, so I was looking for your guidance. The lieutenant drinks from her cup and closes her legs, ankle on knee. Seeing her chair makes you doubt she'll ever find a comfortable position. Where should we start? What should I know about the peninsula? Any ideas what happened to the previous Roadwarden? Tulia takes a deep breath. Are you a bit late for a rescue mission? We haven't heard from him for almost half a year. The soldiers speak for a bit between themselves, trying to get their stories straight. They confirmed that he had stopped by their camp a few times, but stopped showing up at all in early summer. The bearded soldier starts to scratch the table with the tip of his knife without looking at you. I don't remember his voice, always busy, drowning in things to take care of. He would sit somewhere, sharpen his sword, fix his loud mail, clean clothes, write notes on the tags on that wax tablet of his. Yep, and leave at dawn. Unlike us, Asterion never gets bored. Asterion. Tulia lets out a joyless chuckle. He's secretive, but some of the locals speak about him warmly. Maybe he just doesn't like us. Sounds like you're not sure if he's dead or not. If anyone knows, they won't tell us. Maybe someone is keeping him in a basement. The man guards with passion. We haven't seen him, or he's saurian. Something ate them, I bet. The officials have fired you, right? They don't expect him to return. Richer Roadwardens often use four-legged, meat-eating saurians as their mounts. They have to be tamed and trained since they're hatching, but unlike horses, can easily defend themselves from many monsters. At least your palfrey is fast and reliable and won't suddenly sink its teeth into an innocent passersby. Do you know what he was looking for? Maybe he left you a message. Neither one of us had any insight into his dealings, says Tulia. My predecessor left me no clues. We also took a look at Asterian's stuff. Wait. She raises her open palm. I almost forgot. She stands up and heads to a nearby tent. He has kids in a village near Havlovan. I was planning to take all his things there, a pouch, a second spear, a decent bow, some potions. Quite a treasure. She glanced at you, but I would much prefer to bring them the truth about their father. So you want me to find out what happened to him in exchange for this stuff? Here's the catch. She dusts off the hilt of her sword. We've hired a messenger to ask the commanders for further orders. Since she hasn't returned and you know nothing about her, she either ran away or something happened to her. She sighs with resignation. We're meant to stay here until fall. What do you think? Come see us, tell us what you learned about the man, and we'll get back to Havlovan together. You think about your real mission, you were planning to return to Havlovan in the early fall anyway. If he's alive, I don't think he's going to be happy about me taking away all of his possessions. Okay, what should I know about the peninsula? I lost my rope, could you spare one? You're in luck. She heads towards one of the crates and moves aside a large linen sack, revealing a rope. She brings it back and nonchalantly sits down in her chair. Take it. I was planning to leave it behind. I take a closer look. A fine rope, a regular rope made of hemp fibers. I take it and offer some food in return. Bye. Tulia nods. For now, you leave the rope on the table. Hey, why? Oh, it's there. It's still there. What happened to your squad? The man shrugs. Bandits happen, and monsters. A strong band, though, his companion chips in. When we've got to the peninsula in spring, we saw some people living in this camp. The lieutenant decided to avoid it and look for an inn. We had to travel through the night for a bit. The bearded soldier scoffs and crosses his arms, but she carries on. If he had decided otherwise, we would all have died that day. The innkeeper explained that the camp is a trap, that the armed ones pretend to be soldiers, stay there at night, lose everything you have. Sounds like a slave hunters. Very much so. They killed some and took others away. Who knows where? They were letting the northerners go, hoping to avoid their wrath. It kind of worked, answered the soldier. We asked them for help, but they refused. I had to clear the entire camp on our own, and that's why 3 of our people died. Don't exaggerate. It's not like the lieutenant didn't make a mistake. He wanted to get rid of them and take over their camp, but we didn't know our enemy well enough. We were outnumbered and they had an ice mage among them. She looks at you. At least we cleared the road. Saved lives. You mentioned monsters as well. Nothing that would surprise you. Those of us who survived this skirmish were young, too inexperienced to spend the summer in this place without a good leader. And they didn't trust me. One of them got caught by a trend. Another one ignored my orders to perform some sort of ritual hunt, so a werebear tore her to pieces. The last one tried to act tough, didn't tell us that he had cut his hand while cleaning his gambeson. She lets out a ghastly chuckle. We had to cut it off, and he was so ashamed that decided to walk north. Find a new life, disappear, idiot. What a colorful journey. The man tries to drink from his mug, but it's empty. It made this place safer. Barely, Tulia seemed tired, and who knows if it was worth the lives in the fort. What should I know about the peninsula? I'll tell you what I know, and you'll be the judge, says the lieutenant. How long did it take you to get here from the city? On a decent palfrey, I guess it would be 3-4 days. When you confirmed, she continues. From here you can reach the coast in about a day, as long as you don't make any stops. Do you know the situation? Why no ships can get here? You know, the sea route allows Havlavan officials to keep in touch with the coastal villages, collect taxes, move the soldiers, collect lumber, deliver tools. But maintaining order on a wild coast, such as this one, is like filling the ocean depths with coins. Because of the rocks, you can hardly stop a ship 5 miles from the shore, and boats can't get much closer. She nods. I don't know much about fishing, but there's not that many people living by the shore, and they don't crave to stay in touch with the city folk. As she pauses, her companion carries on. No soul from the north ever came to the camp. But when we travel to the roadside inn, pelt of the north, they're happy to trade and to play dice. Why not just stay in one of the settlements? Don't take it wrong, but are you devout soul? There's no evidence of the right's existence, and all the mystical tales are explained by magic. No, I'm not. Pagan Order of Truth. For many years, I've supported a ministry that does its best to advance mankind in spiritual growth, artistry, herbalism, and magical research. Order of Truth. It's like science. I'm part of United Church. There's no evidence of the... no, I'm not. For many years, I've supported a ministry that does its best to advance mankind's spiritual growth. Okay, I will go with this one. My Schwelcher. I'm from small village. For me, the freedom of shell, pneuma, and soul are the main virtues of life. Oh, my community is unique and independent, and so are its members. Yeah, let's go with this one. Oh, I see, she hesitantly looks away. I don't know much about the River of Faith, but I'm sure we're not that different. I'm a Unite myself, she says with a sort of pride in her voice, so she follows the United Church. Maybe just explain what you were thinking of. The people here are disquieting. Every few words she taps the table with her finger. Their traditions won't help them negotiate with the officials here. She starts to draw lines with the index finger as if she's pointing at an invisible map. The peninsula is connected with roads, like a big circle. In the northwest, you'll find a weird village at the bog. It's not exactly pagan, I don't think so. It even has a priest who claimed to be an eremite, like yourself. They do crazy crap, her companion chips in. They use the dead to cut down trees and dig in soul. Once I saw it, I begged to never return there. I see. Were you able to speak with the necromancers? You can see why we were not eager to go there if we could avoid it, Lynn chuckles. Maybe they'll be more welcoming to a Roadwarden. The roads are dangerous with little to no shelters. People need your help. The man in the shirt turns a bit and pointing finger to the northwest. If you're heading to the ended village, you'll get to an inn first, and soon. Tulia nods. Pelt to the north is a safe place. And how about the east? She stares. Hard to tell. We went there only once. There are hills, forests, rivers. We saw tunnels sculpted in leaves and branches, but we didn't enter it. Wilderness all around. Any monster worth mentioning? We saw all sorts of beasts. The man starts the count of his fingers. Goblins, trends, cat large and small, runners, owlers, wolves, spiked boars, mufflon eaters, griffins, but we managed to stay away. Some could catch up with most amounts. Julia glanced at her companion. Though a powfish should be fine. The trees are not so tall that the flying creatures keep to the coast and mountains. There's not that many humans around, and the animals are busy fighting among themselves. They fight more for food than territory. Don't provoke them and ride fast. Just count on luck. That's all I need to know. Okay, I know everything I need. If you were me, where would you go next? Anything I should know about this camp? What's your squad's mission? The lieutenant looks into your eyes. You know, the usual. Making the road safe, keeping people alive. I'll explain that it may be important for me to know what they have tried to accomplish. I can't really tell you. Let's just say it would be nice to have a reliable outpost somewhere nearby. A place where you can always find a group of fighters willing to protect you in the name of the law. She tilts her head back. Now if you have any other questions... Okay, I know everything. Are you sure? Says the burden man. We may not be around the next time you come here. There was something... Okay, anyway. Open archive to read. Okay, nice. I agree, Tulia says, and may do better than Asterion did. Stay vigilant. She winks at you, shatter the mask of a soldier. Thank you for your help. I prepare for my watch. Okay, what's that? Appearance. You don't stand out from the crowd. You won't get much cleaner without a proper bath. The soldier in the shirt is eager to guide you. Just observe the area. There's plenty of griffins around, though they won't try to jump over the palisade. Probably. Better watch out for the apes. They climb up and carry out any food they can find. And there's this one really loud were-elk that keeps smelling the wall, though it has never tried to get in. He points to the gate. The lieutenant and I will block the entrances. They are quite heavy, so if anyone comes here looking for shelter, better call us to help you out. And if this someone is being chased by wolves or anything, better throw them the rope instead. Scratch his head. If it gets cold, feel free to make a fire. And the best place is on the watchtower. You may want to put a blanket there or something. The watchtower? Where is the watchtower? He gives you a long, puzzled look. Oh, here. He points at the pile of crates. Oh, this is a watchtower. Okay. Just climb up to the telescope. You have a great view on the northern side, the more dangerous side, and also, you know you're tired. I know you're tired after all that riding. He points to the tent of the other side of the camp. I can handle a couple of hours sleeping on the ground. If you wish, go there after me and rest. Just this once. At least I have a pallet inside. Thanks a lot. You put your blanket on the tallest crate and sit down. The night... So we are here. Now the night is warm, the sporadic summer breeze brings gentle refreshment. From time to time your back aches, you force yourself to keep your eyes open. The light of the moon helps you focus on the tall grasses. Okay, of course. For most of the time you spot smaller critters and birds, but there are exceptions. At one point the three horned deers trying to challenge one another before they clash their antlers. A two-legged dragonling appears, leading its much smaller offspring. The furry beasts Furry beasts try to intimidate the predators with roars and aggressive head movements. After a few moments, both sides walk away slowly, not willing to risk the fight, nor to admit their defeat. I don't let it distract me, I keep looking around. You hear the death screams of distant prey and the madding calls of monkeys. Runners are chasing a gray hare, a group of musk oxen lazily chew the grass, preparing themselves to sleep. A dusk fox is running together with a lynx, making playful screeches. Thankfully, you never have to intervene. You just sit there watching the not-so-distant forest, trying to outlast your sleepiness. You can only guess how much time has passed. Once you feel you've had enough, you climb down and go to a tent, waking up the bearded man with just a couple of words. You confirm that nothing important has happened. I gather my things and squeeze into the tent. I use my back as a pillow, put my blanket on the pallet, and cover myself with my cloak. Sleeping at the tent is not the stuff of dreams, but it's a much welcomed rest. The pallet keeps the cold soil away. The moonlight saves the outside world from the eerie gloom. You listen to your own breath and find a comfortable position. Your job starts tomorrow. I focus on the real goal of my journey. New journal. Explore the peninsula. At least I have time. 40 days to be exact. I need to be as thorough as I can. The mission dude wants to take control of this realm. Your wardening duties are secondary. Wait, really? Ooh. Could the tribes resist the soldiers or be a threat to the priests of the United Church? Are there any forbidden practices that needed to be eradicated, such as blood magic, necromancy, robbery, or slavery? So I need to investigate it all. Oh, once you finish your reconnaissance, you should speak with Tulia and return to Havlovan. There you report back to your employers and get your reward. In the meantime, you have your own goal to pursue. I need to gather some extra coins so I can help a person I care about. I need to gather some extra coins so I can retire early and live in prosperity and safety. If I gather enough connections among the local leaders, I'll use them to become a major player in the merchant guild. I want to be remembered as the soul who brought peace and order to this realm, a hero. I just want to help people, make this region safer for the locals and the newcomer alike. I need to find a new life for myself. I have a difficult past and I want it to be forgotten. Yeah, let's go with this last one. What's that? Pneuma, 3 out of 5. You can use your magical amulets to cast minor spells. You can travel during the night. Press sleep to button to rest. Nighttime. Your half asleep senses are catching the sounds. All I can do now is rest. You're thinking about your goal, but you need to gather your strength. Sleep. Sleeping in a tent. You can spend the night in a borrowed tent. It's nothing special, but it will protect you from the wind and rain. And the ground won't be painfully hard nor cold. Okay. That was a long beginning. You take a look at your amulets. Well, for most people they would be nothing more than trash, but you wouldn't sell them for a pouch of dragon bones. You use them to shape Pneuma to your will. With this little mementos, the few spells you're familiar with are far more reliable. Who knows, maybe there's already some power held in them. You look at the old, though clean bandages that remember dozens of herbal balms and wounds. You can put them on your hurting muscles, bruises, and scratches. Okay, so I have an old song about time which either heals our wounds. A few hours or so, the line will warm up, confirming it did its job. This tent may not be much, but your spell would make you feel as good as new, though you'd lose some of your energy. I don't need to restore my pneuma tonight. I'll perform the ritual. No. Okay, my pneuma is fully restored. People are hesitant to trust you. Nourishment. Your horse is looking around nervously. Your bags are where you had left them. You see an open gate and go outside to see what's happening. Both soldiers are standing near a humble pyre. The man in the shirt looks at oh, there's stand here. Tolia is the first one to address you. Chavo, she greets you with a nod. We used the horse's manure for the flames, so don't worry about cleaning it up. You see a corpse among the flames. It's impossible to tell if it belongs to a male or a female, but it was an adult. The burning process won't be over for a couple more hours. A traveler or an undead? The latter. As a young one, she lacked the pneuma to understand that she couldn't get inside the camp without climbing. I stabbed her with a spear from a safe distance. She shifts her weight, one more fog, and she'd be a real threat. Even now, it took a couple of hits to knock her down. Sooner or later, every human shell wakes up, gaining more strength with each soul it devours and each moment it spends in the fogs. Burning the dead is not just a religious practice, it is necessity. Soldiers, priests, village mayors, even road wardens. Making a large pyre takes a lot of time, but it saves lives. Tulia calls the undead a she. Most unites hesitate to do so. Time for me to leave. Okay, she returns to pyre. Prepare myself for the journey. Travel button. I need to ride north. Travel forward to continue your journey. Once you're done with the north, speak with Tulia to return to Havlaban. Travel north. Even at a later hour, you wouldn't expect to meet. Okay, we will end it here. No, the game is interesting. Quick save complete. But my throat is sore, really. That's a lot of info that I need to read, but it's actually good. We still didn't see any battles, but apparently it's as usual, text RPGs, like normal ones. Maybe we'll try next one, because this is too long for something like this already. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Smash like if you did. Leave your comments and subscribe. See you next videos. Bye.